Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Assembly Line. And are the Tigers back?
They're back. Like to
It
put
sure,
on notice.
sure feels that way.
We back up. You know,
Now,
they didn't what?
I was gonna say that to say they're back, I think is a little bit of a stretch. I think we got the Phillies coming up. Good team. If we win that series, I think then we'll be back. But we did win 4 in a row. Looked good. No denying that. But just in general, I think this team's got to do it for like a full week before I really
I don't know.
after the. I mean, they had a 20-day slide. Three, four
Yeah, but the
games
way they
isn't.
played the last four games were like, you know, the Tigers back in how they were playing the beginning of the year. And to me, like
Yeah, but they got to
my
show it.
hand, like I said, they swept the D-backs. My hand is pulled fully away from that panic button. I'm back, just
Yeah,
sitting,
it's away,
enjoying the
but it's
games
still
right
out.
now.
It sounds like it's still out. Might be away from it.
Oh, it's at
I
my
don't.
lap. It's in my
Yeah,
lap. My
that
hand's
that's
in my lap.
if there was no
Your
worry about
pocket.
panic, that thing would be in your
Why? My
pocket.
my hand be in my
Oh,
pocket, hand
yep,
finger up my, you know what? I
yeah,
don't think so.
yeah. You can't say you're confident just from those 3 games. They got to show us a little bit
I
more.
think I think they got their mojo back, and I think they're good. Like I'm not like that's exactly what I wanted to see coming up at the end of July. Like break out of that little slump, head into August with a little momentum. Like okay, new month,
I'm not
let's
denying
do
that
good.
this couldn't vault them. I just think I have to see a little bit more before I'm fully
That's
back and
fair.
thinking that you know,
You need
I
a little more
Question.
data points.
that
That's
yeah,
fair.
no, it's like I think they with this and the deadline, which we'll get to, like they should definitely make the playoffs, but to show it for 2 weeks, and they don't obviously not going to sweep everybody, but to show it like consistently, you know, 2 weeks, like if they somehow win 4 games in the next 6 between the Phillies and the Twins, whether it's a sweeping the Twins or going 2-1 against both of them, however they get there, then I'm willing to say that they're like fully back. But just was it a 3-4 game peak where it's like, okay, maybe they're feeling it, and then they go back. Well, we'll see. We should say that. So, um, let's see. We scored 15 plus 12, 27, 34 runs in the last
Well,
4 games. Before
yeah. What
that,
was it?
before that, we scored 13 in the last 9 games before that. That was so 9-4. It was 20. What I say, 37-13. At 11 home runs in the last 7 days compared to 13 runs in the Pittsburgh series and first 3 of the Toronto. Just hitting the ball super well the last 4 games. Kerry Bombs is back. Riley Green's mustache. You gotta give him credit for those. I mean,
Dylan Dingler has been playing lights out too.
yes,
Can't
yep.
forget about the
Dylan Dingler
Dingler.
is 10 for 20 in his obviously the last 7 days, last 20 at bats. That's pretty incredible. I think he has.
My math is right. That's 500.
Yep, yeah. Um, just a little
That's
note.
good.
We started recording this and had another technical glitch of not recording, so we've kind of already said some of this stuff to each other. Um, but
I
yeah,
do
It's a little more polished now.
yeah,
have
yeah, a
a
little
question
bit.
though.
What?
That wasn't on the earlier non-recording.
That was only like 10
So
minutes. Just yeah, but yeah.
so these last 4 games, we've obviously been doing a lot better. How much of that do you attribute to, hey, trade deadline's coming up, go show the front office that you belong here and all that stuff? Like
That's
you
who.
belong here.
That's who we.
I
As
mean, it
You
can
got
it
all
can light up.
season to do that. Like if you're, it's already in their mind that they're gonna that you're a piece that they want to
no,
keep or they want to trade
no, I think
4 games, but by like 4 games before the
the,
freaking deadline.
I think there's a couple people that could have questioned it. A couple batters. I think there could have been some pitchers that might have been on the market, but obviously we'll get into that later. Didn't we really didn't get rid of any. We didn't get rid of any MLB prospect or MLB players, but like you probably
Or
could have
real
made a case
prospect.
for like Ibanez or Trey Sweeney or someone like that getting traded. And Trey Sweeney hasn't played. Ibanez did play. He only played the last 3 games, so maybe a little bit, but also I don't know. I don't like Riley Green's been on a little bit of a tear. He ain't getting traded. Torque's kind of been staying the same. You're not trading him. Glaber's had a good season. You're not trading him. Javi is probably impossible to trade. Plus, he's had a good season. Most of these guys, you're not trading because even if we could have gotten Suarez, like you're not going to trade. You're probably not going to trade Javi because you'd rather have Javi on the team than Trey Sweeney. So you're more trying to get rid of Trey Sweeney. Like the people that were playing consistently, I don't think had any dealings with that. Just because now, if we were more like the Guardians, where it's like you have a shot to make the playoffs, it's on like kind of like last year. Then you
A
might
long
be,
shot.
yeah. Then you might be like, then there could have been a couple people that might have been on the market that
They seem like they were selling too.
yes, it did, yeah, yeah, um,
Yeah, the whole freaking Central was selling besides the Tigers. Seemed like.
yeah,
And the
Yeah.
Royals,
maybe,
I don't know if the Royals made a lot of moves, but
yeah. I think they
anyways, back
traded
to
someone, but oh, people speculate. Remember when people wanted to trade Kerry Carpenter?
oh
Mhm.
yeah. I mean shit, he came back and now we're scoring runs.
Yeah, Quint. I mean, maybe we should have got rid of him. Show
Coincidence?
show these stupid
I think
fans that.
not.
Um, but on that
I would
note,
say their knee
also
jerk reaction.
maybe
Don't know
because he
ball.
kind of had a problem the whole year of having like a hamstring problem, and
Yeah,
maybe he was just a little hurt. Like
he needed. Yeah.
he needed that time off because he's been raking it pretty good since he's came back. And I think AJ Hinch said it in one of the post games. He's like, when the lineup's so different when he's able to play, just he brings a totally different bat. He's a power hitter. He's got a little bit of speed to him. Obviously not he's not going to steal bases, but he can leg out a questionable double
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So makes
I'd say he's an
when you have
okay. He's a decent glove
yeah
too.
when you have a lineup
Average, I
that
guess.
or guys in a lineup that you can't just pitch around because someone else is behind him, or you can't just if he's batting 3, you can't pitch around Glaber like to get the carry, but you also can't give Glaber's been a pretty good hitter. You can't give him a meatball, so it just helps the lineup tremendously. Um, but yeah, then we had Melton start. He's 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly a little bit of a prospect. On the he wasn't a. I don't
On
think
the
he
up
was a
and up.
high.
We'll
Yeah, he wasn't
see.
like a high prospect. I don't think, but his first start it was like 6 earned runs through 5 or 6 inning pitch, but it was the last game of Pittsburgh, and the bullpen was gassed, so he was kind of
Oh
let
my
out to
God, there's no
dry.
way he got his feet in.
Um,
Sorry.
and yeah, I mean, if he can give us that kind of outing every or 2 out of every 3, I mean that'd be he'd be solving a lot of problems. And then we had I already forgot his name. Paddock. What's his first name?
Yeah, Chris. No. Is it
No,
Yep.
Chris Ben?
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris Paddock. He pitched pretty well yesterday. Another one that he his stats when we picked him up from the Twins weren't they're not out of this world.
Ideal. They're
It's
not
really
like,
yeah, it's
oh my
probably
God,
less
he's,
than
he's a great
ideal.
pitcher. If anything, it's like he's got a what ERA?
Yeah, he's four
His
with the
WAR's a what? Like,
with the win Wednesday.
I
He's
don't know.
he's
Here you
still
go.
four and
Yeah.
nine on the year, but
That's like everybody that we
I mean,
got.
wins losses aren't everything.
they're
I mean,
not. But when you're four and I mean he's not Paul Skeens
yeah,
out there giving up 1 run and losing
Yeah,
right.
he's giving
because
up
he
I,
four,
also
I
does have a
agree.
pretty
4.95
high
in the rain. Yeah.
It
ERA.
was what 5 something I want to say.
Missouri?
His ERA
Yeah.
right now is 4.77.
So it's probably in the fives.
It ranks
or
57th out of the MLB starters.
top
Which
half.
really isn't. It's not good, but it's really not like as bad as I would not have thought. That's 57th. But
No, I would think that would be like bottom third.
do you guys see his comments about the Twins facilities versus the Tigers facilities?
Yeah, that was interesting, but kind of more of a compliment to Detroit than it was a blow to Minnesota.
Yeah, could be. I mean,
Yeah, it
if I'm
kind
a
of just baffled
Minnesota,
me that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if I'm a Minnesota fan, though, I'm taking it as a shot. He might not mean it like that, but you know,
If I'm a Minnesota fan, I'm taking that and what the hell, get our shit up to par.
yeah, because they have a new
If
state. I mean,
Detroit,
like
if
a
Detroit's beating us out when it comes to like facility upgrade, not necessarily upgrades, but like facility, player friendly facility, so to say,
yeah,
for lack of a better term, that's not coming to my brain. Um, but it just kind of baffled me that there's still like that much of a difference between with how much money goes into pro sports and everything. It's just wild that there's a noticeable difference from players when they get moved to another organization that there's like I'm going to speak about this within the media,
yeah.
like it's not like I'm sure there are differences and some are better, some are worse, but like the fact that it was something that like stood out to them, it kind of shocks me that there's that much of like a difference, or
Well,
that there could be that much of a difference.
the
But
thing I would say to that is, if you're an owner, is there really like a cost benefit of having a better facility? Like, is it because if you have better facility, like that means you
it
have,
could be
you're
treatment.
spending, yes, but you're spending lots of more money, and it could be treatment, but like you're kind of spending that money to get better players, so which is also spending money. Then you in baseball, it's kind of a crapshoot in a way of making it to the postseason. So it's like it's not like a guaranteed type thing. I mean, that's just what they're thinking. Like, why put money into this when I can make the same amount? If I can make the same amount of money without spending any money, um, that's I think from the owner's perspective. But yeah, as a player, it is kind of wild that they, come out and speak about how better facilities are. You never really hear them talk worse though, unless they
Facilities,
leave.
yeah, facilities could also mean better player team culture, player morale, because
Yeah,
they
but
like what they're seeing when they're coming in, or I don't know. I'm just saying there's probably a lot of different effects, and each player is going to be different with what they like and what they don't like. So I was just surprised that it was like I guess I'm picturing like, um, I don't know what I even say, like a sub ACC, like a Louisville, we'll say, compared to like a Michigan
yeah, I mean,
in terms of like facilities. Like I would expect that in college, but like in the pros, I wouldn't expect there to be like that much of a difference.
yeah, no, I agree. But I think from an owner's perspective, though, like yeah, there's benefits, like you said, team camaraderie or all that stuff. But how many wins a season is team camaraderie, and like how many is that worth? Is that really worth a win? You know?
I mean, if you want to take the Tigers, for
Okay,
example, bad team morale, slumping it up.
you don't know if the bad that
Riley
was
gets him.
bad. That was
I'm
bad
just
team
saying it just
morale.
looks like it, like it just looks like they weren't
No,
having fun. Like we talked about it. And then I mean it's not fun when you're losing, when
but that
you're
has nothing
accustomed
to do
to
with the
winning, but
facility.
but then but then yeah, but I'm just saying morale. You said morale. So I'm like, yeah, and then you get a little
Yes,
mustache from Riley Green, and now everybody's like a little bit feeling a little
yeah,
goofy.
because
Now they're having fun with it. And now they're back up.
You just described an MLB season. I just want you to know that.
You're
That's
welcome.
that's what 99% of the years look like for every single team.
I'm not talking about team morale as a total. I'm talking about team morale regarding the facility. There's a cost, benefit to everything. Is a
He means like
that's
ping pong tables,
no. I mean,
right? Things
if
like
you have a
that,
better
though.
locker room, is it really bringing up the chemistry and the morale and everything
I'm
that
talking
much
about
more?
stuff that's not broken down and beaten, stuff that's actually like in good care and in good shape, Maybe you do have a little bit extra perks in the locker room, stuff like that. The nutrition and the food and stuff that you have in the facility, for like
Yeah.
after a workout or even like the weights and stuff. Like I think that all like if I don't like I don't know, like if you go to a gym and you see like a shit weight room or like a shit equipment and stuff, are you gonna want to work out in that compared to like a gym that is, up to date and has like newer stuff and like it looks like it's not gonna fall apart when you go to use it? You're probably gonna enjoy being there a little bit more and not like be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm like have to work out on this thing.
Yes, you are
It's
right
just
about
those
that stuff.
little, I
But
know, but I'm
yes,
saying those little thoughts in your brain add up and you're like, man, I really don't want to play here. I'm just saying there's a trickle down effect. It could be a snowball effect. It's hard to measure, but I'm just saying, I don't know. I think it plays a part. I think it could play a part, but there's no measurable on it. So who knows?
I listened to an interview with Rob Manfred, and he was talking about players, teams not doing enough to go to the next, to the
They're okay with how they're
with
doing right
losing. Yeah,
now. They
with
don't
like
want to.
losing. Like, why don't they go after people? And he was saying about how a lot of times people don't go after, they don't spend a lot of extra money because when you spend that much more money, a lot of times it affects the games. Like, you might win one extra game. Like, it's not worth the cost to win one extra game. And obviously, one a game
Isn't
could
that
be the
what
difference
WAR
between.
means though? Like wins above replacement. So like if you have like a 5 WAR, it's like it adds 5 wins.
Yeah, but sometimes they're not talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Still, that
But
just I'm
how
just
much more
talking from a
money are five?
cost.
I think no, I know. And then that to do that, it's like I guess to back you up on that, it's like
Well,
yeah, like how much is 5 wins gonna make me more? Like is it gonna make
yeah,
me
because
$1,000 more, or is it gonna
yeah,
make me 20 million more for what I'm paying you?
mm-hmm.
Right? So
Yes.
I get
Now,
it. I get it. I get it.
yeah, I'm playing a little
But
devil's advocate because I think
I know.
these places should have top notch facilities, and obviously they're not, working out in, or I would assume they're not working out in degrading
I
gym,
know.
or I know I'm just saying like you exaggerate,
Yeah.
like everything, but in general they should have top notch facilities for how much money they make and everything. But anyways,
Like I think I said this earlier. Like I would expect that type of comment from somebody coming from like the Oakland A's to
yeah,
like Detroit or like a bigger market team or something. But not from like Minnesota because I would put Minnesota and Detroit on like kind of like similar playing fields when it comes to like how good they've been, I guess, in the last years and how much I would assume they would invest in something like that. Maybe the Tigers just redid theirs and it's just all new, and the
yeah.
Twins haven't done it in 15 years.
Well, I mean, think about the football. Football does those grades every year, and like, there's always like a surprising team. It's like, how do they have bad facilities? Or like the Lions, I
No, yeah.
think had a bad locker room grade a couple years ago, and then they fixed it
Oh yeah.
last year or something. So like,
I
sometimes
always
things
took
do
that.
surprise
I
you with
always
that
took
as like,
that as like locker room morale, not like the
no,
locker room
it's all about
facilities.
they talk about like I think the Lions have a bad trainer grade. I don't know if it's training room or training
Well, I
staff or
mean,
something, but
didn't
um,
help. Well, yeah. I mean, look at all the injuries.
I don't think it's talking about that. I think
I
it,
know.
but I think it's more the room thing. So, and there's
Wow.
teams that are not good that have better facilities. Just sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbles, and it's all about the owner, how much the owner wants to put into it. But I don't know. You guys have anything else for the last 4 games from the Detroit Tigers?
I looked so hard yesterday for that meme that's like "We back up,"
Mm-hmm.
with I think it's Idris Alba or whatever for the tiger hat, but couldn't find one. So I wanted to send it to you, so I just had to send the
Yeah. Yeah, we
words
back
instead.
up.
But
Oh, hopefully we keep it going. Ugh,
God,
Scooble's Saturday at 4 o'clock. Then we got Sunday night
oh
baseball.
great
So to be
Monday night,
determined
yeah.
Sunday night baseball pitcher. Um, that's
I would
probably when
guess
Olsen was supposed to pitch.
my.
No,
I guess my.
Mize is
No, I think it'll be
Monday.
Melton.
Yeah,
I think
Melton's the
I
only
saw
one that's
someone
not
say that was
out
Melton.
there.
What if
But
it's
yeah,
one of the new guys?
Although,
yeah, well, good
correct, because
transition.
Melton will be
So
in the
Was it who did we get from the Orioles? Was it
hold
Molt? It's
on,
like a
Charlie
Mort.
we'll get to
Morton.
we'll get to it.
Okay. No, but I got them confused earlier, and I did it.
Yes. So the Detroit Tigers made a couple. Well, they made a handful,
I made
good
a
amount of
few,
moves.
yeah.
Most people are pretty disappointed in what they got, especially some of the. It's funny because I saw some things where it's like, oh, I'm glad we didn't get this guy. Did you guys see what they paid? Then someone else is like, how did you not get him? Because like we could have gave him something. And then someone was comparing about how someone traded. I
Complaining or
think
comparing?
no, it was. I think it was Suarez. They traded like their number 10
Oh,
prospect, but he's like
it was
20.
9, 16, 17.
What?
The Mariners gave up their 9, 16, and 17th
Okay,
prospect.
well, their prospect is like 24, and he's like hitting. He's got like a 287 or something average in AAA. It's like our 9 prospect or what our third base prospect that we'd give up is like 9 or like 21, and he's in like AA. It's like
He's not good.
like like they're probably trying to get someone that's more of his replacement now than in the future. So there's more to it than just being like, why didn't we give them our 9, our 9 prospect? There's a little bit more nuance to that, but
Yep.
just to recap who we did get, we traded for Washington Nationals closer Kyle Finnegan. I looked up his stats so far this year. He's got 40 games pitched.
I would think he's probably one of the better picks that we got.
He always
Or not picks, but
his
like
earned runs a 19. He has a 4.38 ERA. Basically giving up a run every other outing. He's got 20
Yeah, but
saves, 4 losses. His WHIP is 1.2 or 1.3. It's probably not great from a closer. I think probably be our setup man.
He'll be a setup. Yeah, we needed another late reliever, and
Yep.
hopefully that's in or somebody.
And then we added, as Kyle didn't know, between Melton and Morton, we picked up 41-year-old Charlie Morton from the Orioles.
Oh, he's 41.
Charlie Morton used to be a dog, man. He used to be so good.
Yeah,
he was one
really
of the Rays. He was a dog.
We got our Kenny Rogers, baby.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we faced him this year, and I don't think he's doing well. Now,
I don't think so.
a lot of people are hoping that, with Chris Fetter, that we can have a little bit of something. But yeah, 23 games pitched, 61 ERA, so it's almost 3 runs a game.
When you say that, whenever I hear her say that name, I think of the congressman or senator, whatever he is, from Pennsylvania. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. His ERA is 5.4, so not great. I guess, looking at his stats, he really didn't. I don't know why I thought he was like a dog. His best year is 3.0. He had a stretch of 3.62, 3.13, and 3.05 ERA. So not as good as I thought, but
3 isn't a terrible.
No, it's good,
ERA.
but it's not. Yeah, I just thought he was
great.
like.
I think he had his moments.
Yeah.
You thought he was Cy Young caliber?
Yeah.
Or in the Cy Young race caliber.
Then we obviously got Chris Paddock from the Twins. He's 29. He worked out well for the first start.
He's out of contract. Do you know? Does it tell you what you're looking at here? How much contract is left on any of them? Okay.
I mean, contract. I'm pretty sure.
Expired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all rentals.
They're all expired.
Yeah. And then the last one that I'm looking at is we also traded for Atlanta Braves pitcher. I think he's right-handed, Rafael Montero. He's also a guy he's a reliever, 36 games pitched,
used to be good.
21 earned runs. So he's 1 out of every 2 innings also, giving up a run. WHIP still 1.4. I mean, these guys aren't. They're not.
He's got
stat stuffing.
He's got a good swing and miss.
Yeah,
he used to. Used to.
Pretty sure this year he's 30% whiff rate. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, we'll have to ask. We'll have to ask Uncle Bern how he's been doing.
These are the comments that just aren't needed. Like,
He pays attention. Why is it not needed?
that's just something that we just don't need to be said.
Why does it matter? Flavor.
We also got a minor league pitcher from the Rangers, I want to say. I think we got him for like cash
I'm not worried
considerations.
about
Cole
that.
or something like that. He's 29-year-old.
We traded Dietrich
I'm-
Enns.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
cat. CMU guy,
Unfortunately,
right? Was he the CMU guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate to see him go, but
And then
gotta
kind
do what you gotta
of
do.
Business.
the other
We DFA'd Matt Manning. That was
we
one.
also
Then we traded
traded
him
him. Traded
to the
him to the
Phillies.
Phillies for Joshua Kunonens. I don't know how to say his name.
I thought he was DFA.
But yes, he
So
was,
if
and
you
we traded
DFA
him.
somebody, you can still trade him.
DFA means
alright.
designate for assignment. There's still that means he's
You have a week to do something with him, I think.
Oh, all right. I thought okay.
He's
I was
immediately removed
always
off
under
the
the
40-man
assumption that DFA'd meant like
released.
you're on the waiver list. Like if you know
Yeah.
if you don't clear labor, yeah, that's what I assumed it
No,
was.
yeah,
My bad.
so-
My lack of ball knowledge when it comes to like that shit.
former first round pick getting traded. I mean, it sucks because like this was Casey Mize didn't really come onto this scene till like last year, and he really didn't come onto it till this year. And he's about the same age as Matt Manning, and just it sucks that he wasn't able to work
The
out.
number one pick.
Yeah, he'll probably go out and be a dog for the Phillies,
Be a
but
stud.
yeah, we'll see.
It's usually what happens.
Yeah. But
Look
that's
at
really
As long as we don't have to like play him and he doesn't tear us up, no, I don't care.
yeah, he's really the
If
only.
he's not the reason for me being upset that the Tigers didn't win a World Series, that is what it is. But like he had his chance. He had his chances to pitch well in Detroit and he just didn't.
Yeah, but he's kind of like the only big
So like
name
if
that
he
we
gets
got
other
rid of.
help. Yeah, I know.
He pitched a combined no-hitter. He was part of a combined no-hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and then
anyways.
we didn't get any bats. Some people. So well, we missed out on Suarez. It sounds like we just weren't willing to give up
The pot
a little bit of a bigger prospect to
Yeah.
get him. He went to the Mariners, I believe, right?
Yes.
And then
Mariners have a hitting team, I think. It'll be tough.
And
to
a
beat.
pitching team.
and then another guy that folks really wanted was Bednar, whatever his name is.
Bednar.
From the Pirates. He ended up
Pittsburgh.
going to the Yankees. A lot of people were saying that it seems like everybody that's contending in the American League got better, and then we're the only ones that stayed the same. And some people say we even got worse, which I don't know about that. I mean, we need pitching
How
depth.
the fuck did we get worked? How did we get worse?
I think people are
Comparatively.
People are just pissed because we didn't make a big splash or anything.
yeah, but if you look at the
like,
guys we got, they're all like around 5 ERA. That's not good.
better than what we've been putting out there.
Not necessarily.
Chase Lee has a better ERA than that. He's probably going to be one that's getting sent down. I mean, I'm in the boat that I think we got better, but I kind of see where they're coming from, but for the most part,
I think their
really
combined
don't.
WAR from today was 0.4. I think I saw.
I saw 0.5, but yeah.
Whether that's true or not, it's still better. But at the same time, I am completely okay with what they did. They didn't kill the farm. They got a little bit better. They addressed a little bit more what they needed. And maybe, like, if they have a good end of the season and, like, a decent run here in the postseason, who's to say, like, now we're in a good spot to have a good offseason free agent-wise?
Yeah. I think. I mean,
Like
the way the season
to fill
started
in
out.
order to like to turn that win now mentality in there. It's like,
Yeah,
it's just let's
but think
like
back
these
to the.
guys, like we're protecting our future, and then yet we're still in like a win like in the next couple years mentality. So, but
But
that in my opinion that depends on school.
think about the beginning of the year though. That we were like World Series, World Series, World Series, and then now we're like, oh, just the playoffs. Like I think that's why people are upset. Is like we were thinking World Series, then the trades we made weren't really
I
World
mean,
Series trades. We lost two. We
did we
lost two
need?
starting
We didn't.
pitchers.
We were thinking World Series when we didn't. We had pretty much the same offense that we did now.
It's not, but it's not about the offense. The pitching has been much worse since mid June.
It would have been nice to get the dude from Pittsburgh, or not Pittsburgh. The Pirates.
That's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get him because I feel like he was one
But
of the better relievers on the market,
well,
and it
we
would have been
also
nice to
need
get
like
the
a
best one.
starter.
But at the same time, I don't know what they were. I don't know because didn't they give up couple MLB players?
No,
I thought one of the name that the Yankees gave up was a.
if he was, it
I
wasn't
didn't
a
think he
big
was
one. It might have
prospect,
been like one, but
uh,
I don't think
but
so.
was it Chisholm?
No.
No.
If you're a World Series contending team, you're not trading out one. You're not trading your starter for a reliever. You're a
Yeah.
starting player,
Are
not
you looking
pitcher.
it
But
up?
Yeah, three
Who is it?
prospects.
yeah,
Who are they?
Rafael Flores, Edglin Perez, Brian Sanchez. Very close to Jazz Chisholm, I might add.
There was one. No, there was one trade where I was
Gary.
like, oh, maybe I saw it from John Morosi saying like their Yankees would. I don't know. There was something I saw. I don't think it was Chisholm, but it reminded me of his name.
Either way, I think fans have a because I think I said this on the podcast that Ben and I
Fans
recorded
take a
that
team to the Super Bowl in Madden and think they're. Anyways, go ahead.
I mean I can't even get a word out. What I was gonna say is I
And
think fans have a right to be a little upset because what I was saying in the podcast that'll never be heard was that Detroit has a history. All of Detroit teams have a history in like more of in our lifetime of like not going to get the piece that we need to win a championship. It's they always just sit on their hands. I mean, look at the Red Wings. Always seem like they're in talks with like these players to sign. None of them ever come. The Lions last year, there was talks about getting someone better than Zadarius Smith, and I know baseball's a little different because
yeah,
there's no
it was a
wait till
hope.
I'm
It's
done.
all hoping them.
But it's not. There's reports out
Oh,
there
go
that things
ahead. Go
are like
ahead. Go
leaked.
ahead.
Are like leaked. There's
Yep.
people that are
Whatever.
leaked. Now it's
Everything's
different.
true on the internet.
I, Kyle, people, the insiders aren't just like, hey, the Lions linked to T.J. Watt. Like they're not just making things up. It might not. It might not be, like it might be less of a chance than like what the public perceives. But they're not just
Jadavian
make.
Clowney was getting thrown out.
Okay,
Or not
obviously it
Jadavian
wasn't.
Clowney. Sorry, Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett.
Okay, I wasn't being real about T.J. Watt. That's the first name that came to mind. But what I'm saying is,
I know, but
they still had a great team, and they didn't do anything. They got Zadarius. I mean, yes, they tried getting Zadarius Smith. The Pistons this year in the offseason, it's like some people want them to go get a better player. We end up with Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. It's just like these teams, they just don't seem to like go get a guy. They don't seem to like push it. They are always like so short. What's the problem with what I'm saying? Name a time.
it's not what you're
Name me
saying.
a
It's
time.
not necessarily.
Name me a time when a Detroit team in the last 15 years went out and got someone to help the team
David
win.
Price, 2011.
That's not.
But that was at the break. That was within 15 years.
Okay,
But
one
that was
guy.
also a long
And
time
you
ago.
know, you know,
But at
you
the
know who we
same
traded
time,
for him?
no. Who?
Hey,
Actually, no, it was fake. It
yeah,
was fake. No,
no.
who was it?
Isak Paredes. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I saw Suarez.
No, yeah, it wasn't Suarez because we had him in 2014.
Yeah, I know. I thought whatever I saw anyway. I think I looked in the okay. One player,
No.
David
But
Price, and
No, that
that was
was
no,
David.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have an issue with all these fucking people online that are like, "Oh, Jadavian Clown." Like all it takes is for one like blue check mark like person to tweet something and it just like blows up, and then it gets the beat writers like, "Oh, maybe this is something like this is blown up. Let me write about it." And there's no sustenance to it at all.
So you're saying
And
our
people
fellow
are like, "Oh,
Essexville
let's go get this
Garbrian,
guy.
Garber Duke, John Morosi
Let's go
was
get this
wrong
guy.
about Suarez and Bednard, whatever the hell his name is, because he
Let's go
linked both
get
of them.
dude. Let's go get I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying like the Tigers are probably interested. Doesn't mean they're going to get them. Like there's a lot of shit that
that's
goes
all they're
into
saying
it.
is
That's
that hey, they're inquiring about him.
yes, and what
They're
I'm
seeing if
saying
he's
is
available.
none of the Detroit teams,
No.
when they're
Oh
inquiring,
my
never go
God.
get
Because you're
someone.
not letting me finish my freaking point, dude.
Well, then get
All
their
of
Welcome to
these
our
availability.
people,
world. Welcome to our world.
all of these people
Yeah.
are like, "Oh, we can get this guy. We can get this guy. We can get this guy." But in reality, no, we can't logically to make it work. Finding it like in the cap room, this year, like it's like okay, cool. Like this year, yeah, it might work. Or if they're on an extended contract, it's like okay, would we rather have this guy, you know, this year? Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Like you're not going to get like these top-notch guys are not going to be on the trade market during the season. Like Suarez is on the trade market, but he's not like did he even make the All-Star team?
I don't know, but in baseball, the top-notch guys do get traded at the deadline. Jazz Chisholm got traded at the deadline last year. Juan Soto's been traded at the deadline. Like there has been some pretty big names that have been traded at the deadline.
I'm more
Other
or less referring to
sports,
football.
yes, other sports
But
that is and
at this
is typically the case. I would say hockey might have a couple. They're not like superstars, but they could have some really good pieces at the trade. I mean, Brad Marchand was just traded at the
yeah,
deadline,
but people
but
were
football and
calling
basketball
for like
typically don't.
guys that was like Miles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, like Pro Bowl caliber, Pro Bowl caliber players. You're not gonna probably get them. Like you're looking for an Aiden Hutch replacement that is Aiden Hutchinson. You're not gonna
Yeah,
get that in the middle of the season. So what annoys me is all these fans, especially around trade deadlines, they get all upset because we don't get anybody that's a Super Bowl All Star, All Pro, All MLB, All NBA. Like it's not like it's not feasible for the team or the organization to do that because there's so many other like young pieces that one you're gonna need to re-sign.
yeah,
Let's re-sign.
yes, I
But
totally
like
get that. But at some point,
people,
do you want to
I
keep
don't know.
making the playoffs, or do you want to win a World Series or a Super Bowl?
I know. They got to the World Series last year with the 1% chance. Like yeah, and they're playing as like one of the top 3, 4 MLB teams in the MLB right now. They were the best MLB team all the way up until July hit.
Yeah, still
Like
have top. Yeah,
World Series is still there. Like they did get a little bit better. They needed a lot of help on the bullpen. Who knows? Maybe they're like in terms of like who was traded. The only like were there better pieces out there? Probably. Were they on the market? Probably not. Probably could have been.
they were.
But at the same, but I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it's like an ability thing with Skyers to not do it and get the good guys, or he's not. I don't know.
He
But in terms of like going after those guys, or if he's just 10 toes down, I'm sticking with our farm. Like the Lions, the Tigers now, it seems like the Red Wings, the Pistons, they are 10 toes down into their youth.
Yeah, I mean the Lions is different because they have a very good core, and like you can't really expect them to get other people. Um, just because they're already
Like,
tied up in cap space. I get that, but I also understand that like last year we had a really good team, and um, obviously some of the trades out there probably aren't going to happen, but you know, trade a second round pick for someone.
all
Everyone
I can
don't
say is
always
just
hold on to
because
your
you
teams.
can make it work,
I think it's
Madden doesn't
more.
mean
There's a lot of trades out there that won't happen in Madden that happen in real life because they
yeah, I
think it's
know. I'm just
unfair.
saying,
Yeah,
just because you can make it
obviously.
work doesn't mean it's-
Well, the Madden's more strict, it seems like, than real life. Anyways, the two teams I think that people are upset about are the Wings and the Tigers. How they're just the Wings keep always getting linked to, and it's. I mean, yeah, who knows how true it is, but they're always linked to a couple high end prospects or trades or whatever, and they never come through. The Tigers had a chance, you know, to get Suarez, to get Bednard. There's a couple other relievers that are out there that are better than what we got, and they just didn't. They just didn't do it because they don't want to give up the youth. And I get
or they don't want
that.
to give up the team that they have, and maybe AJ Hinch is like, I can
Mm,
do it with this team,
there's no
or
way.
I can do it to me. I'm just saying, maybe he's like, I can do it with these guys
Well,
in
he probably
terms of
says that, but still, you want the
the
better
hitting. I'm talking about
players.
hitting.
Yeah, the Suarez, only guy that we're getting that I wanted to get as a bat was Suarez. Like everybody else, like there really wasn't.
I think
Um,
Suarez would have been nice to have for like power. Like put
but
maybe like you can put him in as a DH one day. Like
in
he does have the pop. He
in
does,
terms
yeah.
of pitching though,
We don't.
like we could have gotten a little bit better, and they just didn't do it. And Scott Harris
Mhm.
came out and said his job is to make the playoffs. That's what he said. And
Maybe that's
Anything
what
can
he was
happen once you hit
told.
the playoffs.
yes, but at the same time, I don't want to make the playoffs. I want to win. Like I want to win a World Series. Like your job is to win a World Series. I know like getting playoffs is the first step, and then it is a little bit of a crapshoot. But the better team you have, the better chance you get at a World Series. So I think people are just frustrated that there was trades out there that the Tigers could have made that they didn't, or better people out there. Maybe they get rid of one more prospect and they just didn't do it. That being said, I do
How do we,
think the Tigers got better,
what
and
if they
I'm
just
not
didn't
too
want to
mad.
talk to us? What if they're like, yeah, we're not
No,
trading them to you?
no, because they were linked. I mean, if Pittsburgh comes out and says these three teams have inquired, these who we're talking to, those are the three teams. They're not gonna if one of them if they're not gonna get back to one of them, they're gonna leave them off the team. Because I'm sure there's more teams that inquired about that,
Yeah,
like
I think.
Bednard, and they're just
Well,
like,
what
okay, they're not gonna meet
like
our standards, then we're not gonna include them.
when somebody comes out like a John Paul, like John Paul Morosi, if he comes out and he's like, these guys are linked, like I trust that. I'm talking more about the sports media in Detroit.
Well, yeah, you can't trust them.
No, I know. This is why what I was saying, why it was upsetting me, because they're like, oh, let's go get Miles Garrett, let's go get Trey Henderson. We can trade for one of the Bosa brothers. Like everybody
Like,
comes up with all these like players that you want to get, and then the sports media, and then the sports media like on the radio and everything, they just kind of go off with it like, oh yeah, this could actually be good, and stuff. And I'm like, sometimes they make good points, but other times I'm like, this isn't like feasible at all.
the
Just
Well,
Woodward
because it's a
Sports
wish list, just
fellas,
because it's a wish list, and you want to like somebody on your team doesn't mean it can evenly be done.
the sports medias that do that, I'm sure they look into the cap space. Obviously, like people look into that, and if feasible, not yes, just because either that or you need to stop reading these sources because then they're bad sources. I don't really see that stuff because I don't like to listen to sources that aren't going to be reputable and stuff like that. But I don't know. Any other thoughts on the trade deadline?
Hope it works. Maybe they like getting guys that are like have a little like something to prove.
I mean, I think Chris
well,
Fetter is such a good coach too that he can. I mean,
Maybe that's
look
it
at
too. He's
Paddock.
like, I can do with his stuff. Like I like his stuff. Like he's got good stuff. I can work with him. Maybe that's another thing that people don't consider. It's like, how are these people going to be coachable? Can they, is this something where Federer like is like, yeah, let's do it. Like I see a lot in him. and he
Another
knows how to
thing,
bring it out.
yeah, another
So
thing
maybe
Scott
they'll.
Harris said was that a lot of some most it seems like when teams do make a big splash in free agency, that somehow for some reason it doesn't end up panning out. Whether um, they get hurt or the season just doesn't go the way that they thought. And sometimes the teams that make the weird, um, or not weird, but like the under the radar trades and everything are the ones that actually do better. I mean, Jack Flaherty was like pretty good last year, but he wasn't like a top notch pitcher, and he goes to the Dodgers and he's one of their guys. So I'm sure at the time Dodger fans weren't like overjoyed in getting Jack Flaherty, Um, so it can happen. I can see that, especially in baseball. It's such a weird sport. But yeah, that's all I got on the deadline. Ben, you look like you want to say something.
I'm I'm on the Tigers 40-man roster. I noticed Alex Cobb, his birthday's 1987. So like I wonder how many people are actually born in the 80s that are on the Tigers. We have three guys born in the 80s. Alex Cobb,
Charlie Morton.
Charlie Morton, Tommy Kahnle. All three of them are pitchers.
Wait, Canley's that old?
Yeah, he's pretty old.
1989.
Why the F? Oh my God. No wonder
He's
why.
the youngest one out of those.
Right. And
Holy
Alex Cobb
schnikes.
probably won't play for the Tigers.
Yeah.
He might call it a career after this year.
Is that what he said?
I don't know. I didn't
He
really
came
read
out.
the.
He came out and said he wants to pitch for
He
the
said he loves the
Tigers.
game. His body's just
Yeah,
failing him.
yeah. Said he wants to honor his
Which
Happy for
contract.
him.
I feel for him. I'm sorry. I feel bad for him
Yeah.
because he really wants to, but he just can't.
Okay, speaking of players, careers, all that stuff, I was listening to a podcast today, and there was a hockey player on it, and he was talking about how growing up, he played hockey, he lived, he breathed hockey, he watched YouTube highlights of Sidney Crosby, Pavel Datsyuk, you know, anything hockey, he was consuming it. Do you think most sport or most athletes, at least in like the four major sports, do you think they continue to like watch sports or like watch the game that they grew up loving like they did? Like, as Dylan Larkin watching, the Bruins versus the Sabres on Thursday night when he has an off day. Um, and if not, do you think like when do you think they stop doing that? Because like they grow up, they love the sport, they play it, they breathe it, they do everything. It's their life revolves around it. Like I don't know. I'd like to know like an athlete's perspective. I think football is a little harder because NFL almost all but
I
two
think football
games are.
players pretty much they watch.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
all
they
but two
watch.
games are on the same day that they play. So it's like it's harder. And then Saturdays
Yeah.
is there's college, but then they're doing walkthrough and all this stuff. Like I think it's a little harder for them. Baseball's kind of the same way because they're playing every day. It's a little bit more basketball, hockey centric because like they have off days and typically there's games on every night. But just in general, do you think they continue watching like the sport they loved? Is it player by? You think it's player by player basis? Is it depend
Yeah,
if
I
they have
think
a
it's
family?
Yeah,
I
that's probably
all the
a
above. Like
big
I think
part.
they do. Like if
yeah
I remember, like what quarterbacks, like Jared Goff would watch. Joe Burrow was watching other games on like the bye week and stuff.
yeah. I guess
Um, so
football is
they, I think, I
yeah
think the ones that, I think the ones that, still like, I think the ones that did that because they just loved the game, and they loved to like watch and they had that passion for it. I think they still do.
yeah.
I know AJ
The
Hinch.
ones that are like, oh my God, like the ones that feel like it becomes a job, I don't think they do.
I know AJ Hinch. He'll watch any baseball game that's on at any time.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're saying on the broadcast is on the plane, he'll just throw on a baseball game. Just whatever's on,
Yeah.
whatever's on Fox, ESPN, or
Probably
whatever
more what's
carrier.
in his like background a little bit, probably game planning
Yeah.
and stuff. But
like I couldn't imagine watching like having a
I think he
weekend.
throws it on just
Like
to
I
watch
want
it.
to watch. I want to
Yeah.
watch baseball, even if it's college.
I would
Like
guess that
that'd be tough for me.
I would guess
Like
that
I like the
hockey
game.
players are the ones that watch their sport the most, though. Like
Yeah,
it just
Yeah,
seems
especially
like
once they're
yeah.
even when they're retired.
it just seems like a totally different culture of like you know grinding to
It's a
get to
hell
the
of that's a
NHL,
different
just being in
fraternity. I
love with
feel
it.
like.
Yeah, and just everything you can do. It's just like it's so quick, so
Yeah.
fast paced, and they know the game so well. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I wish like listen when I was listening to the interview, it's all like they were talking about how he grew up, playing, watching YouTube, all that stuff. I wish they, I could have jumped in the interview and be like, okay, do you like watch it? Do you enjoy watching it?
Yeah.
Like, how do you go about it and all that stuff?
Should tweet at him. Be like, hey, listen to this interview,
Yeah.
and it really had me thinking. Like, do you still enjoy watching the game? Like when you're
Yeah.
not playing?
Um, yeah. What's the Lions score?
Watch too
34-7.
Over hit.
They're losing.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was 14-0. What we fumbled? We would have had a fumble the first drive and then
Dude.
interception in the end zone the second drive. I think I saw.
Start the second half. We stopped them on defense. They punted it. Our dude is like running away from the ball, trying to catch it like this, and it hits his finger, and they get it at the 5 and get a field goal. But like, yeah, it's not looking crisp. These are you can
That's
tell.
all right.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not.
Yeah, and I don't know. Chargers defense just seems
I mean, let's not.
like
I'm
they're just.
not.
I mean, I'm just saying that
Oh, just got through a pick.
way that their defense has been playing,
Yeah.
Their defense is
just
more
outmatching
physical.
our offense.
Did we just look like we got like high schoolers?
I also, yeah, but I
But
mean,
it's also
I wonder
you've had what 1 week of practice so far.
what percentage of these players are going to be on the rosters. I know Tesla is
Oh,
playing.
I texted.
Zylstra
I
is
said probably
playing.
90% of these guys
Craig
aren't going to be on
Reynolds.
the roster.
Yeah, and if they
Zylstra's
are,
not. I guess he's a tight end, isn't he? I
Yeah.
think he's still kind of fringe. He's a fringe player.
he was on.
He wasn't
I
on the
think he
roster
will
the
be.
whole year last year.
Who was our third string tight end?
I don't know.
'Cause we had Laporta and Wright.
I know, but I feel like there was a game or something where he got signed to the practice squad.
Maybe. But I brought that up because did you guys see what Graham Glasgow said about Ben Johnson?
No, I didn't.
He said he was
He's uppity.
yuppity or something. And at first I was like,
I get
I
it.
don't really know what that means. Like, is that supposed to be like a dig at him? Is
He said
he
ukuleles on the Chargers. I didn't know that.
is
Sorry.
he, I don't know. I guess I didn't know how to take it. Most people online were taking it as like a shot at him. And then people were like, oh, did we just Matt Patricia
Oh yeah,
the
Matt
Bears?
Patricia, skinny Matt Patricia or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
My comments to that would be, Matt, there was a totally different vibe of Matt Patricia. And like, I feel like he was like,
I don't
I
know.
don't-
Everybody wanted Ben Johnson on the
no.
Bears. Like, just like everybody wanted Matt Patricia.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when Ben
Oh.
Johnson left, a lot of Detroit, it seems like even players and mostly the fans don't like him anymore. Which I feel like Matt Patricia, maybe it's because they won like 5 Super Bowls, but
Also in division though.
yeah, Matt Patricia going. I feel like people like the players probably still loved him, and like it's like a
he's
totally
going to
different
the
vibe.
Lions. Well, yeah, because
I think-
what's his nuts came over with him.
Vinoy,
The DN that there's a DN that edge that came over with him.
I don't know, but that's what I was gonna say though is that I think the Ben Johnson situation is different because like I was starting to towards the end of the year I figured he'd be gone and I feel like I started hating him prematurely just because I saw like the writing on the wall and like I was mad at the time. I'm still upset about 4th and 1 and we decided to throw the ball against the Commanders to go up I don't know whatever it was 14-7 or we would have been up at least a score. Still pretty stupid in my opinion. But like that, along with like I
Trey
feel like
Flowers. That's what it
and then I
was.
would complain about just some of the play calls that he would do early in like the first quarter and just stuff like that. And I feel like him going to like the Bears made everybody else jump on board of like hating him and like I feel like everybody just absolutely hates him. Whereas like if he went to, I'm trying to think like the Jets, like people would be like, okay, cool, like
Aaron Glenn.
yeah, like
People don't
yeah,
say nobody's been saying bad stuff about Aaron Glenn.
yeah. But Ben Johnson, I feel like you going in division and like I feel like he's already acting like his shit doesn't stink. He's like throwing shots at Green Bay for things he did with the
Oh
Lions. Not
yeah,
even like,
yeah,
dude, you haven't coached. The Bears have lost. The Bears can't
yeah.
beat the Pack. They beat them last year in a game that didn't matter to the Packers. Or it's just like, dude, you did it with a different like. Imagine if like an
Mhm.
offensive coordinator of a college team went to somewhere like, dude, we beat the shit out of them. It's like, dude, you were just coaching for a totally different team that had like, yeah, you
Yeah.
impacted the game, but that's not your team, man. I don't know.
No.
He just seems
No,
like
yeah. Yeah, he's got I mean, I hope it burns.
I hope so too. I'm gonna hate watch the shit out of him, and it's probably gonna bite us in the ass. He'll probably
But
win a Super Bowl in like
I
3 years,
know that
and
thing. The last couple of years, like I've been hate watching teams and they just keep winning.
yeah, the
The Eagles were
Eagles.
one of
Hey,
them.
you gotta
The
start hate
Ohio
watching Michigan
State,
State.
obviously.
He knows they're not a threat. He doesn't watch them.
I know
That's true
he's
too.
got to.
Yeah,
They usually play on Friday fucking night. So,
I had like
like,
2 or 3 Friday
when they
yeah.
didn't play the same time Michigan played, they played. It was like a
Who?
Friday night.
No, we had like three last year. We had the opener.
including opener.
We had the opener. Then we had Oregon and Purdue. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Boston College was maybe that was just a night game. That
No,
was
that
a
was just
rain
a
that was
night
game.
night.
game. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to
But
get. Oh, we
anyways,
said. Yeah, it's not August yet. So next, should we do Monday? Should we do
yeah,
a
next
Michigan State
it's
preview?
August tomorrow. We should have done it for tomorrow,
No,
but whatever.
we said we wanted to get. We wanted to do the trade
Trade deadline.
deadline.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
maybe
It's
on
today.
Monday's show we'll preview Michigan State along.
Yeah, they started camp this week.
Yep.
We're gonna preview them, or were we going to preview the Big Ten? And then
We're doing team centrics now, so we'll do Michigan State Monday, and then we'll decide if we want to do if we have enough to talk. We'll decide either Friday will be Lions or that following Monday will be the Lions, and then like the weeks after that we'll do the Big Ten, college football as a whole, and then the NFL. One of our loyal followers did recommend that we do a pick'em, a weekly pick'em for college and
Oh,
pro,
right.
and I'll keep track
Yeah,
of that. So we'll have to
okay.
do that. We'll have to come up with like a
After that.
we'll have to come up with like a format because I feel like I don't know. We'll have to feel because we should probably do college and pro, and if
Mhm.
do we want to do where we have to
Certain
where we
games.
have to pick the same game, or do we? It's like because
Yeah.
in college there's 100 games going on. It's like, or can we just pick
Yeah.
any game? Are we picking winners? Are we picking against the spread? Like we'll have to figure all that out. And then obviously NFL, same. There's multiple
I
games,
think for
but
the
it's a little easier
I think
to.
we do certain games. I like to do like head up, but I don't know. Instead, not like no spread or anything. Like not against the spread, not gambling lines or anything. Head up. Well, at the same
College,
time,
if we did college, probably have to be against the spread because
yeah. But at the same time, I'm like in the NFL, like what it's going to be more interesting
I think you have
for
to. I think you have to do
the spread.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
We can
don't
do
know.
a survivor.
We could do, but
Yeah.
we could do multiple. We could do like here's 3 games in the NFL, no spread, pick the winners, and then we could do like, you know, you can still pick those games for the other ones, but like do one of like, just pick your favorite spread bet your two favorite spread bets, and then keep do two different little things going. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just don't want to copy anybody that's doing it.
I mean everybody if they're doing it, it's everybody's doing it.
Yeah, I meant like the format wise.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's why we do both. We do the ones that are the
I
same, and then
know.
we do our own. different, but the same. But
Yep.
I did
One
see
request on
something.
that though.
What?
Lions are never involved in any head to
No,
head. I do not. I'm not picking. I'm not. I do not pick or gamble or anything to do with
that's just not true.
Lions.
You've gambled on the Lions before. We'll see. If I think when we do if you do them without the spread, you have to pick semi-close spreads, and if everybody's big spread and the
Well,
Lions are playing the Packers and
yeah,
it's a 2.5 point spread, you might have to.
I don't like. See, when
Anyways, it's not you're not actually this is just a for fun thing.
I don't know,
Well, maybe we'll put a prize, but the last thing about the Lions is I did see they restructured or something
restructured.
Anzalone's contract. They gave him another $500,000 along
That's
with
only for
maybe
this year, but
more guaranteed money and a couple more incentives. So they did, work it out a little bit. I'm pretty sure, or I'm sure Anzalone wants,
it's
a
short.
little
It's a
bit.
band-aid.
Yeah, it's more of a band-aid. I'm sure Anzalone wants, more
Added
money, more
250.
guaranteed. Yeah. So, what'd you say, Ben?
250 plus
250 is
incentives.
guaranteed.
Oh, I could have swore I saw 500. I must have saw something else, or
It could be up to 500.
uh,
I don't know. I don't know that number, but I know that there's also incentives.
so yeah. So
But
got that a little bit taken care of. Yeah, that's all I got. You guys, I don't know. You guys on any other topics you want to do?
mm,
No.
No. All right. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's about it. I was gonna say. I don't know what I was gonna say. Too bad you guys aren't into golf. I was gonna ask about the. At one point a while ago, I thought about asking about the Ryder Cup stuff, but you guys aren't as tuned in as me.
not
Just a
really.
lot of
I'll watch it.
a lot
I'll root
of
for it.
like I'm a big name guy, like you could give me, that's why I suck at fantasy football. Is like, oh, I see Edgerrin James up there, I'm picking him because I know like that he's good. Now he might be obviously he's long gone, but like at one point he was a name and he kind of fell off. But it's like on that fall off, I'm still picking him because I think he's gonna go back to what he was. In terms of this Ryder Cup USA team, not names. I mean, Spieth probably is not on it. Justin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Patrick Cantlay might not be on it. Ricky Fowler, Tony Fee, like everybody. It's a bunch of Ben Griffins and J.J. Spawns and Maverick McNeely. How many players of those you guys heard?
I've heard of all of those. Chris Gotterup, I think,
Yeah,
might be.
he's not really. He's won one turn. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is like
No, I'm saying that's
that's
what
who
I'm
we're
saying.
picking. Like, come on, just I don't know.
But
Yeah,
we're going up against,
Hey, I don't
Rory.
care if they're a name or if they're not. If they're better
no, I
than
know.
the people that aren't on, then good.
It's more of a personal
Sometimes,
problem of me not believing in
yeah.
people I haven't heard of and sticking to what's old
Yeah,
rather
like
than embracing the new.
yeah,
Sometimes it's better to, not go after the big name people because,
Yeah, you might
yeah,
not.
to bring it right back to the
Yeah,
Tigers.
yeah, yeah. So, all right. I feel like you were gonna say something before I talked about the Ryder Cup thing, Ben. Did you have something else or no? No.
Nope.
All right. Well, then the trade deadline is passed, and
This is our team.
This is the new Tigers, and we'll see what
Eat 'em up.
Yep, eat them up. We'll see what happens. You know, they better keep it rolling. But that'll do it for.
I'm more
Restore the
of like
roar.
you're innocent until proven guilty. So like this, I like this team until these trades. I believe it until they prove
So
me
they give you
wrong.
a reason not
Yeah.
to. Yep.
Yep, I'd agree. We just hope the
Time to
boys can
restore
keep
the
rolling.
roar.
Yep.
They know more than I do, so I trust it until you give me a reason not to.
The
And
one
that
thing
No,
is
that sounds way too logical.
The one thing that does a little worry me is the starting pitching, just because we
it's
got
not deep. Without
we
Job, it's not deep.
we lost Job and we lost Olson,
Olson.
and
Yeah, I
the
know.
guy that we filled in for him, or like
It's
the
41
real,
years old.
yes, 41 years old and on a decline. Like that's the guy we got. But I mean,
Kenny Rogers.
Mountain's gonna be
Kenny
Mountain's gonna be a stud, so we'll be all right. I'm not too worried about it.
Melton will be our bullpen day pitcher at starter, I think.
Yeah, maybe
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
It's
Fresh
I feel
faces
like
doesn't always mean bad. Like there's a lot of new players.
yeah, I feel like
I had
that's
like 4 or
something.
5 pitchers, I think.
I feel like that's something that we haven't done in a while. Is thrown out as a starter. What do they call that?
A
An
bull,
opener.
an
An
opener.
opener. We haven't thrown out an opener in a while. It feels like. I also,
Yeah, I feel like the
truth,
last time was a doubleheader against the Rockies.
yeah, truth be told, I haven't really been as tuned into the games. Just been a lot more night games.
The
I'm
life
still
update.
watching them when I can, but I'm just saying like a lot more night games and like bad. It was a lot easier to watch them on the side. Or at 4 o'clock and stuff. Just I think the All Star break kind of took a little bit of juice out, but yeah,
I mean, so probably
and the
the
losing
losing
streak.
streak doesn't help, but
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
guess
make you gotta make like those headphones and plug in.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I would watch the start of the game, and then they'd be down 4-0, and like the third inning, I'm like, it's already over. We can't score a run. Oh, I'm out of here. Watching on my phone. Oh, 7-0. All right, now it's getting closed out.
Yeah.
But all right, well that'll do for this episode. We'll see you Friday We'll see you Tuesday with a little college football Michigan State preview. But we will see you down the line.
Peace.
Go Tigers.